Hey, what's going on? This is Jordan from Creator Cash, highest paid creator, and your mom's house. Just kidding. I want to talk about Twitter. Twitter's pretty cool right now. It's pretty interesting. I'm looking at a lot of things as far as Elon Musk. And I think that's an interesting story to actually talk about is Elon Musk because I'm seeing Elon is destroying Twitter. I'm seeing a lot of things. One thing that was extremely funny to me, and I'll show you right now. I'll show you right now. I will show you right now. Is that it's so funny. Like you have the official McDonald's account because there's Twitter recently, if you don't remember, they have lowered the amount of the Twitter check mark. It used to people used to pay $15,000 for it, maybe 20, $30,000 for it. I've seen it. I mean, for not Twitter, but for Instagram, as high as our creator partners sometimes have paid $40,000 for a check mark, right? And now it's completely $8. It is completely $8. Now Twitter had to add a new check mark, which was like the official check mark, which frankly it kind of builds redundancy on the regular check marks. I know Elon's trying to get rid of bots and shit like that, but like, I don't know. Kind of to me, it doesn't look clean. Maybe it's gonna be a new thing. I don't know. It just doesn't look right to me. This was hilarious right here. Every single advertiser about drop Twitter in the next 48 hours. Person creates fake Nintendo Twitter account, pays $8, get verified immediately, and within 2 hours, all their shit posts go viral. Real Nintendo account gets spammed with complaints. This is funny. Like, this is quite hilarious. It's like verified accounts verified because it's subscribed to Twitter Blue. It's like you see this shit and you're like, what the fuck? You know? I even saw a Game Freak tweet, which was like, "Yeah, you can fuck the Pokemon in the new one." This one was a real. This is the real account. This isn't even a fake account. This is a real account. So sometimes it's confusing because you got the real, authentic account doing tweets like this, like official McDonald's, going hard on meme culture, saying just blasting his keyboard with O's, hodl, you know, and you don't know what's real and what's fake anymore, frankly speaking. Um, that's kind of what I'm here to talk about. I'm going to talk to a few creator partners today, and we're going to talk about content creators and like what does Elon and what is Twitter, the new Twitter, how does that have impact on monetization for creators? Because we're going to talk about the one thing that actually matters to me. It's monetizing creators and actually making money for creators, especially making $10,000 to $30,000 consistently on your social media platforms, whether that be on Twitter, whether that be on any other place. I think it's super interesting, very, very interesting. About Twitter, and I mean, there's this whole social media thing where the mass media is just hating on Elon, even though they loved him a few years ago, but now they fucking hate him. They think he's an asshole for some. I don't even know what the reason is. If someone could tell me the reason people even hate Elon, I don't know. I hated Elon for a second back in like 2021 when it was quite obvious like he was manipulating the crypto market. He was talking about how what's called Bitcoin was just like such a problem on energy and all this negative connotations towards Bitcoin. And it just dropped the stock like crazy. Crazy. And I think it was obvious to him he was manipulating the market too, because he still had quite a lot of Bitcoin. Like no, he sold the Bitcoin before he did a tweet that crashed the market, and then he bought up a shit ton of Bitcoin on the low, and then talks good about Bitcoin again on Twitter, pumping up his own bags. Like that that is corrupt. That's complete corrupt. And that's something I can't stand with Elon. But I mean, the rest, I think he's a funny guy. I think, if Elon was not a billionaire, I think he'd just be a funny guy. Like I think he would actually be a creator or an influencer, that type of guy. Let's talk about Twitter monetization model and how it can actually help content creators. Now, the monetization model right now, and I'm gonna be super fucking pissed if this microphone doesn't work because it didn't work in the past today, and so I really hope because I don't really want to do a second take here. But how can it actually help creators? Like, what can you copy from Twitter's monetization model, new monetization model, to your business? Um, I- I'm just gonna go straight off the dome. I was gonna do like a little bit of research, but from what I do know, as far as Twitter goes, is that Twitter actually had Elon Musk is planning for Twitter's 50% of Twitter's revenue to be from Twitter Blue, and I'm assuming the other 50% is going to be from ad revenue. And not where I'm not talking about like YouTube ad revenue. I'm talking about the money he gets from advertisers advertising on the Twitter platform. Frankly, my problem with the Twitter ad platform was not so much that the ads are there. I think Twitter ads are very undervalued, and especially because Elon Musk even put a tweet out recently. He said that the amount of people complaining and the amount of people dunking on Twitter right now and Elon is actually gaining massive growth and exposure. It's just free PR to Twitter, right? So more people are signing up to Twitter than ever before, and it's doing the opposite of what the media is kind of wanting. And it's doing a big Andrew Tate effect where everyone's talking about Andrew Tate. They're like, who is he? Who is he? Who is he? And they're all hating on him. But then the people that actually look into him, they're like, oh, you know what? This Hustle University thing looks kind of cool. And then they pay Andrew Tate, which is the exact opposite of what the media wanted. Exact opposite. But what happens, as my uncle Grant Cardone told me once, is as that brain fart right there, is that money follows attention. So no matter where the attention goes, whether it's negative or positive, it is attention. I think that's a Donald Trump quote. You know, I don't know if that's the exact quote, but it goes along the lines of, um, whether it's good attention or bad attention, at least you're getting attention, is the point. And um, so that's something for creators. Is like I would unless you're super big and you're too big to fail and you don't want to lose a shit ton of sponsorships. If you're a smaller creator, I would go more on the polarizing end. Because especially on TikTok, the Andrew Tate effect and the massive news effect. If you can get hated on a massive news article, and get YouTubers talking about you, people hating you, I see that as a huge growth strategy that happens all the fucking time. And and I wouldn't become an asshole, but maybe you hook your shit, try to beef people, but like in a playful way, right? Um, that was the huge growth back in like 2017, 2016 of Rice Gum. I remember I watched him. He had like 200,000 followers. He was just streaming at the time. And then literally a year or two later, he was at 10 million followers and had a video with over like 100 million views. Holy shit, what the fuck? How did that happen? Is because he went and he beefed with other creators, and I don't know if you can do it as much now because of the terms of service, but he created drama with other creators, and that actually pulled people from their audiences to his audience, and people that also agreed with him hating on these other creators, they followed him too. So that was a big growth strategy. As far as the monetization side, because I'm just getting off track, completely off track here. And excuse if my voice just isn't very full. It's because I'm still a little bit sick. I think I had the vid about for the last week or two. So like I was out down and out for like about 10, 12 days. It was fucking sucked. Like I just like I barely could breathe. I was just fucking coughing all the time. Like being sick is not fun. Losing your vitality is not fun. Another thing that's not fun is being underpaid and undervalued for what value your brand actually has. Smooth transition. Content creators, they're very good at lead generation and lead nurture. So they're very good at bringing in an audience, and lead nurture, definition of that is to getting people to KLT you, meaning to know, like, and trust you. So content creators are very good at those two things, which makes them ample audiences that marketers and salespeople like me and my company we want because that's the best type of audience. Is that someone if they like and trust you? A lot of marketers, a lot of companies, a lot of people that don't have a brand they envy that entirely because it makes making the sale and pulling out their credit card way harder, right? So you as a content creator already have something that the majority of people don't. The majority of companies they want what you have. Lead generation, lead nurture. Lead generation is probably one of the hardest things for a lot of mainstream companies, especially the ones not willing to become polarizing. McDonald's with the ooh, with the fucking, the meme this meme shit and Game Freak saying you could fuck the Pokemon. It's like, what the fuck is that about? Right? I would say that they figured out that the game is that they can't get canceled. Pokemon can barely get canceled. And people are just gonna buy Pokemon games for the rest of the time. Biggest brand in the world, especially for video games. But McDonald's will never get canceled, right? So all they have to do is just get attention because they will never get canceled. So just say outlandish shit and you'll never get canceled anyway. So you might as well just say outlandish shit, get attention. And then when I say McDonald's, I it goes into my attention hemisphere, my attention consciousness is what we call it in the industry and on my team. It's literally getting into the attention of the head. Be like, oh, McDonald's is crazy. But I said the word McDonald's and I thought McDonald's and I thought about the brand. What else did I think about? Association marketing. I think about their fries. I think about their burgers. That's the power of attention marketing. That's the power of saying outlandish shit for the purpose of just getting into someone's attention consciousness. Now, is there ethics involved? I'm not here to talk about that. I don't know. Like it's it just is what it is. It is objective truth. That's just how the world works. That's how sales and marketing works. Um, let's get back to it. Twitter monetization. So 50% of Twitter's revenue is going to be Twitter Blue, which is the thing that gets you the verified check mark without actually being uh, what is called verified, without actually being a public figure. So now a lot of influencers and AOC, and I'm seeing a lot of, especially people on the left, uh, they're complaining that they have to talk to brokies because now in their verified section in their mentions they can actually see just random people that pay $8, right? And so they're upset about that. But let's talk about how you can actually make more money with that. Because I've been talking, dancing around that topic for a while in the last 13 minutes, and it just has not happened. And you know what? I'm going to get better at this podcasting thing. I'm going to get better at this video thing. I'm going to get better at everything in the content creation game because we used to get our creator partners and our clients mainly from word of mouth and mainly from like outreach, but we want to start doing more content and build this arm out. So I need to get good at this, even if I grew up with social anxiety and I was too scared to talk to my mom and dad or my grandma at the dinner table. You just gotta, if you know you need to do something, especially when it comes to the guap, the moolah, the cash, the cheddar, you gotta go do it, right? Like there is no other option. I just do it and breathe in the emotions, take it in. Anyway, uh, Twitter Blue is going to be successful because of recurring membership and recurring revenue. The reason why Amazon and the reason why all these different platforms like iTunes, you're talking about Spotify, you're talking about Netflix, why are these the billion-dollar companies you see today? Why does everyone pay for them? Why does everyone know them? Why did every company, including Disney, why do they move their catalog mainly to a subscription platform instead of just keep releasing movies? They didn't just stop movies. They kept making movies, but they released it on their own platform and took it off the other platforms. Why? Is because the real money is made, and this is something $150 million per year CEO Alex Hermosi, my friend, this is what he told me, is that you can make money on like not just on people paying you $10,000 a month, like some of these OnlyFans girls and their pay pigs. Jesus Christ, can't believe that's a thing. Saw that on like Cody Co. And Noel Miller's channel. Jesus Christ, can't believe that's even a thing. But we're talking about even if it's $8 a month. I think they estimated that even if a third of Twitter bought Twitter Blue, I think that's like a couple hundred million subscribers, right? And they pay $8 a month. For the year, Twitter would generate around 40 to 50 billion dollars. Now, I think a lot of people would drop off, but the expense is so low, most people just wouldn't cancel. That's the thing. That's where a lot of these companies get you. That's where Netflix gets you. That's where Amazon Prime gets you. All of these companies get you this way is that because they know that the first purchase is the hardest purchase. They know that as soon as they own your credit card details, it is exponentially, probably 80 and 90% easier to keep charging that one credit card that they have from you than to go get it the first time, right? Because if they can, if you know, you can trust them with an $8 payment and you're getting what you wanted with that $8 payment and you trust them with your credit card, then they have full rights to keep charging you month after month and you won't even notice it. You won't even notice it on your bill. And that's the dangerous thing, um, for personal finance at least. Because I've been fucked so many times paying thousands of dollars a month for subscriptions I don't even use. But I subscribed once for a free trial. They got my credit card. Game over. Right? How can you do the same thing? A lot of creators use Patreon for subscription platforms. A lot of creators are using these new features. You see this on Instagram. I think TikTok's doing it too. I see it mostly on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch, which is like becoming channel subscribers, where they get exclusive content. It's the OnlyFans model on the social media platforms, essentially. And so you can do something like that. What really works with our creator partners and what you should model, whether you have the team to initiate it or not, I'll get to that later in a second, is you should create a course of some sort. If you can teach something, even the fact of like how to blow up on TikTok, how to blow up on your social media platform that you have blown up on and you're good at creating content on, if you can teach someone that, or you can teach someone the topic that you're already an expert in, and you charge a very small fee, somewhere around, this is the Andrew Tate course model, is if you charge something like 50 bucks a month, I see some creators doing 30 a month for like Sneeko, and as well as 97 a month, is the one we used to do, and you do a free trial. So like maybe a 7 to 14-day free trial, and then you get that. Then people can actually justify the value that they're paying. They're not just paying for access, they're paying to learn a skill. And especially if it's paying to learn how to make more money, that's something that, like that's the reason Andrew Tate was making about 6, 7, 5 to $10 million per month and about 70 to $100 million per year. I don't know if it's bigger now. I think it's a similar amount. And the great thing is that when you have a subscription, it not only feeds you and your family and your company every single month and gets you extra monetization, but not only that, it actually helps you in the long run because say you plan to sell that company, like that e-learning company, that's what you're making. When you're making a course, you're creating an e-learning company. And if you go ahead and try to sell the e-learning company, the valuation is not necessarily based on the course, how good the course is. Like, oh man, look at all this information. It's not like you fucking university. University, the reason why it's expensive is because it's subsidized by the government and the banks, right? It's the only thing 18-year-olds can actually get tens of thousands or not hundreds of thousands of dollar loan straight out of high school, even before they can drink in the U.S. at least. Here in Canada, it's when you can drink 18. So the fact is that if you want to sell that e-learning company is that the valuation would be incredibly high because you not only have, one-time customers, you have recurring customers. That's the biggest thing for a business, because if someone can go ahead, fucking Warren Buffett, man's got billions of dollars, he just looks at you and he's like, if I buy this company, will I make money on the first day? That's what an investor wants to know. Will I make money on the first day? And if you can point and say, yeah, we actually have 10 to 20 to 30,000 people paying a low subscription cost. Maybe you don't even go for the 97, 50, $30 model. Maybe you just go in the Netflix model, the Twitter Blue model. You say $10 a month. We get I So you can say I have 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people paying $10 a month for my subscription. That means that let's say it's $10,000 a month at $10. That's $100,000 in revenue. That means you can tell the investor on month one you will make $100,000 in revenue. And if you're talking about an e-learning online education product like a online course, you're talking about margins extremely high. You thought I was going to say slim there. No, extremely high, because all you have to pay for is the software costs, which, they do scale in nature, but, the most you're paying is probably like 1,000, 2,000 a month. And if you're making 100,000 a month, that's $98,000 a month profit, because the fulfillment is just the software. The fulfillment was already pre-filmed and pre-done, and you can actually, you don't even have to teach anything in the course after that. You can have a community aspect, and you can hire coaches to go ahead and um, you know not only coach people, the people in your group, to make sure that they get the results that they want. Not only that, is that they can go ahead and they can get testimonies for you, so you can have a self-fulfilling marketing machine. Is that the more results you get, the more testimonials you get, the more you can market with the testimonials, the more sales you get, right? Complete flywheel, complete circular motion. This is how all of our creator partners do it. And the fact of the matter is, not only can they coach them to get those results and get testimonies, the second thing, which is the bigger thing, is lead ascension. You can go and ascend them from a $10 price point. They already trust you with their credit card. They already trust you with paying money to you every month. Why not more? And if they've already gotten results, why not pay more to get an even higher result? That's the psychology there. So if I'm getting this result with $10, what can I get when I pay this guy 1,000 or 2,000, $3,000? I have, on our team we've sold $8,800 packages, nearly $10,000, and that was on the front end. But it's even easier if you can get someone to trust you with their credit card, get them results first, and then you could upsell them to like a $8,000, $9,000 product if you wanted to. And then from there, you can go even harder, and you can do a done for you service, and you can charge $20,000, $30,000. Because at that end, you have gained trust on a mass scale with people that actually get results, and they keep getting upsold by your coaches, the people, and this is all while you're just creating content. You were just the lead generation nurturer. You were not the one converting. You were not the one fulfilling, and you were not the one ascending. And that is some of the stuff that our creator partners enjoy. But you don't have to. You don't have to do anything with us. You can just do that yourself. So I hope you enjoy that. In how you can use Elon Musk's Twitter model to make more money for you as a creator. If you're thinking about all this and you're like, "Holy shit, Jordan, what the fuck did you just say?" I am confused. I don't know what to do. Please help me out. Analyze my shit. And I'd say, okay. So, this is two things you can do right now. You can get a free book at the moment from us. It's our new book for free. We call it Creator Cash Button. This is the thing we do for all of our creator partners at the 6, 7, and 8-figure level. We sold over $10.3 million for influencers and content creators over short span of months. And we put it all in this book. Is we unlocked these creator partners cash creator cash buttons in their creator businesses. We pushed it, and then boom, shit blew up, and they're able to generate a consistent $10,000 to $30,000 per month. Now, that sounds crazy, but if you look in the book, all the proof is there. Go ahead, check it out. Even if it sounds too good to be true, just check it out. It's free. How to get that is go to contentcreatorcash.com. I'll say that again. Two of the words are in this podcast name. Contentcreatorcash.com. You'll go directly to a special page for the podcast listeners only. And then you'll be taking a WhatsApp. You'll talk to our assistant, Nicole, beautiful Nicole, and then you can go ahead and download that book absolutely for free nearly instantly. So go to contentcreatorcash.com to get that for free while there is still copies for free left this week. If the page loads after you type in contentcreatorcash.com, it means there's still free copies left this week. I can't guarantee it after that. So, secondly, we do have creator sessions as well. If you're a creator and you want a 997 creator blueprint for free, if you want us to get on a call, talk about the different possibilities, and because as a creator, maybe you don't want to create a course, maybe you want to do an affiliate product, maybe you want to do brand deals, maybe you just want to do Patreon, whatever, right? We will match you with, based on the data statistically, what makes the most money based on your content creator business. And then we'll actually show you the top three biggest mistakes of all content creators and why they don't make consistent $10,000 to $30,000 a month at least. And also, the top three ways is the newest, kind of weird, but newest, weirdest ways the content creators are making six-figure months, right? And how you could hit that. But at least are hitting $10,000 to $30,000 months. So it'll show you the biggest mistakes and how you can actually, the biggest shortcuts that not many people are talking about right now, especially creators. I don't see them doing. So if you want that, go to highestpaidcreator.com. And if you go on the top of the page, it says free creator session. Go ahead, it'll go to a page, then, get qualified for the session and then book session. You can get a $997 blueprint absolutely for free. Again, go to highestpaidcreator.com and you can go ahead and book that for free. All right, cool. Talk to you guys on another episode. Peace. Fuck.